who's saying, hey, look, we support you 100%. We're always going to be on the side of you. And here's some more weapons, and here's some more money, and here's some more guns, and here's more support. But you need to stop. You need to stop. Well, okay, but here, let me give you some more guns and some more weapons, because you have to do what you have to do. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the African Times, a channel that discusses world news and issues that affect the lives of you, me, our children, and the lives of our children's children. Breaking news, it's being reported that Israel has attacked, bombed with airstrikes an Iranian embassy. It's also being reported that in this attack, an Iranian top commander has been killed. Now, why is this important to you, to me, and to people that look like you and me? It's important because we're in the middle of an election year. We're in the middle of a time when politicians are coming to us, talking to us, and telling us that they're different from the previous politician. They're different from the other politicians. And they're going to take certain actions. They're going to give us campaign promises to do certain things that they tell us are different than everyone else. They tell us that everyone else before them, or even now other than them, that their views are wrong, that they're going to make a change, and that they're different from the way things are. And right now, for people that look like you and me, we have some choices to make. On the one hand, you have the current president, Biden. And then on the other hand, you have Trump. I think it's kind of obvious to the casual observer that those are the two people that you will be given a choice to choose from. So the current situation is current president, this is what you're told, is giving money to support Israel and giving weapons. And these are just the facts. This is not my opinion. It's not me talking about it. You know, this is just what has been done. You hear it every day. They're telling you every day. Which, if they're giving weapons and they're giving money to a particular group, and they're giving those weapons and that money to two groups, but for now we're talking about Israel. Those weapons are being used in the way that they're being used to either bomb Gaza, Palestine, whatever you want to call it, or they're being, in this case, given and used to bomb an embassy. I believe it took place in Syria. So even if they didn't use in this particular bombing in Syria to bomb the embassy, and again, it's being reported top Iranian commander has been killed. Even if it wasn't that weapon, the issue is clear. You can get confused with the magical thinking if you want to, but the issue is that a bombing is taking place, and aggression is taking place, conflict, war, whatever, and it's being supported by, if you want to call it, the president. That's fine. America, the U.S., that's their position. Now, the reason I tell you, and I say to you, if that's what you want to call it, because in the election year, we have a choice. A president, possibly Trump, okay? And you can hear him telling you that, well, I'm going to end the war in 24 hours. If I was president, I'd just make a phone call. It'll end in 24 hours. That's what he said about Israel and the Gaza conflict. Now, we're talking about now the bombing of the Iranian embassy in Syria. Okay. The reason I'm comparing the two is because, first, it's war. That's at the bottom line. You can't confuse that. You can try if you want to will yourself to believe it's something else, but it's aggression. Recently, in an interview, Trump was asked about the situation with war, conflict, bombing, aggression between Israel and Gaza, and he said, well, they have to do what they have to do, but it needs to stop. We understand they have to do what they have to do, and they're going to do that, but they need to stop. Do you hear the conflict? He says, well, they have to do. We understand they got to do what they have to do, but they need to stop. Well, if they tell you what they have to do is to bomb and kill these people, then you're just telling them, okay, go ahead and bomb and kill them. And then when you get done, then it'll stop after you've accomplished the bombing and killing. Do you understand? Okay, so now that's the new guy, possibly. If you are listening, if you have any kind of common sense, you understand that he just told you you can continue the bombing and killing. And when you finish, then it needs to stop. Well, how's that different than what you have right now? Who's saying, hey, look, we support you 100%. We're always going to be on the side of you. And here's some more weapons, and here's some more money, and here's some more guns, and here's more support. But you need to stop. You need to stop. Well, okay, but here, let me give you some more guns and some more weapons, because you have to do what you have to do. You see? It's the same thing. So for all of you who are talking about, I got to make this choice because this guy's going to be different. No. It's the same group, the same organization with the same policy. And they just adjust their policy to fit whatever they need. Now, let me give you whatever they need at the time that they need it. But let me just give you this last point so that you understand it a little more clearly. If you think that there will be a change, I'm not a war president, I'm trying to bring the troops home, okay. And I'm talking about the potential guy, Trump. You do notice, if you have common sense and you have a little bit of memory left, a little bit, because I know they change it all the time. They write it and change it as they go along. This attack by Israel, reportedly, on an Iranian embassy in Syria, which reportedly killed an Iranian top military official, commander. This attack, remember, with the support of the U.S. to Israel of military equipment, money, so forth, is to kill an Iranian military commander. Well, don't you remember that this new guy that you're thinking about bringing back, he's going to do better, he's going to do... Well, didn't he do that? Wasn't he the one who, when he was there, under his administration, authorized the killing of a top Iranian military official? I think he said he authorized it. I think you go back and look, but during his presidency, his administration, his regime, do you recall that? Okay, so if you recall that, then you have to understand that they're the same. This one, an ally of America. Now, I'm not, let me be clear here so that you understand. I have complete, full common sense. I understand it when they say, we support Israel. that they support them. They give them money, they give them weapons. I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. That's you have your. I have my point of view. I think all war is bad, but let me just make sure you understand that. If that's what they want to say, that's what they say. My point to you is that nothing changes, and it's not going to change because it's not different people every 4 years, every 8 years. That's just simply not true. I have enough common sense to know that. I've been living long enough to see that, and so have you. So again, right now, I think last night or whatever, they just killed a top Iranian military official. Well, when Trump was in office the last time, he killed a top Iranian military official. This is what they say. They admit to doing this. Now, for all of you who think, again, that there's some different, it's something different. We got a new regime. We need to get this new person. Okay. Don't you remember what did Obama do before Trump? Didn't he kill somebody? He authorized the bombing and killing of Libyan President Muammar Gaddafi. Do you remember that? That was it. So that's that president. Then that's the next president. Now this next president, I'm talking about Biden now. Support by giving all of the money you need to do what you need to do. And President Trump just said, we know you got to do what you need to do. But Biden doing it right now, actually giving the money and giving the weapons and all, it's the same thing. And then they attack these people. I don't recall hearing that Iran has done that to somebody else, unless they're doing it secretively. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why we have to do this, because we have information that's top secret that nobody can know about, and my point to you is that it's not changing. Now, let's go back before Obama. Okay. Before Obama. Wasn't there somebody else who attacked some people and killed them? What was that guy's name? Bush. He went and attacked somebody and said, well, you had to go over there and kill him. That's it. Somebody in the Middle East. Do you remember that? I think Saddam Hussein. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Now, before him, wasn't there a guy, President Clinton? Yeah, I think there was a President Clinton. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember. I remember. I'm old enough to remember. Maybe you remember. You can look it up. I have authorized the strike. And I don't remember who he sent and bombed. But every single one of them, they're bombing. So you think, I don't think this, but you think that there's a different whole person coming with a whole different approach and a whole different, he can change. I'm different. I'm going to do something. That's what you really think, even though president after president after president after president is doing the same thing. For you to see, it's open, it's there, it's their news. I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just saying, you really think that something different is getting ready to happen. Didn't President Trump, before he was president the first time, tell you he was going to do something different? No war, but he said he authorized the killing of this Iranian general. He said he did it. Now, I don't know about you, but my common sense tells me that if you keep doing this, you keep bombing somebody, one day, it's possible they might bomb you. I that just seems like common sense to me. I don't know. Maybe you put in the comments. Let me know whether you think that if I come to your house and I kick your door in and I assault you and I go away, you don't do anything then because you aren't in a position to do it. You're not prepared to do it. But then I come back 3, 4, 5 months later or a year later. I kick your door and I assault you. And so let's just say every 3, 4, 5 years I do that to you. Do you think at some point you're going to decide you've had enough and you're going to retaliate? Do you think that that's possible? Do you think it's probable? Do you think it's highly likely? Yeah, I'm concerned about that. And the reason that this is being discussed here on the African Times is because your life, my life, and the lives of people that look like me and you are in danger because of the decisions made by other people. People who tell you and me that they represent us. I don't recall making a vote about this. Do you? I'm curious. Do you? Put it in the comments if you made a vote to have this happen. And all of you who say, yeah, we should do this, okay? Can you tell me why? Put it in the comments. I'm curious because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to understand. Reasonably, of course. Okay, so again, it's breaking news that Israel it's being reported that Israel has bombed an Iranian embassy, I believe in Syria, and as a result of the bombing, a high-ranking military official of Iran has been killed. All right, this has been an episode of the African Times. Uhuru, uhuru, uhuru.